Last night, watched the world fade out of sight. Seen the ghosts of time preside. Eagles soared and falcons cried. Sleeping phoenix on a rise. Abundance and strange disguise. Hello, and welcome to Phoenix Rising. And this week, I would really like to talk about religion. You know, it's one of those subjects that you're not supposed to ever talk about because people really get upset, and there's all kinds of people all over this planet, as we well know, that get really upset the moment that you bring up the subject of religion, but you can't avoid it, can you? We live in the age of the cross of planning. This age of cross of planning is rooted in the channel 4037. It's a channel of community. It's the channel of the bargain, but it's also part of the human mystical process. And as we move closer to 2027 and the mutation that's taking place in the 55th gate and the changing of or the ending of this cycle and the emergence of the sleeping phoenix, the 4037, which has been a bedrock of the way in which life has operated on this plane for hundreds and hundreds of years, is going to come to an end, and it's going to deeply impact the world of religion, spirituality, however one wants to phrase those things. Think about the 4037 as a background frequency. The 37th gate is the gate that yearns for God. It looks for something that is going to protect it. It looks for a union with a greater force. It is why we have in so much of our, religious dogma, this concept that it is the will of God. The 37th gate is pointed at the 40th gate. It's pointed at will. It's pointed at that great power that it's there, and it's always looking for that power. And on the other side, you have the 40th gate. And the 40th gate, deliverance, is the gate of denial. It says there is no God. I mean, show me, prove it to me. This is the other side of the coin. And when you bring the 4037 together, you get this bridge, you get this possibility of some larger answer to those questions that dominate the themes of the 37 and the 40. We can see now, as the cross of planning is coming to an end, that there are stronger and stronger forces on either side of this channel. The forces that yearn for and need the presence of their God, and forces suddenly quite loud and public that are expressing the very denial of such a thing. It places a great stress on the psyche of humanity. The 4037 is part of a stream. It's rooted in the 19th and the 49th gate, this channel of a synthesis. The 19th gate is a pressure. It's a pressure to need food and shelter, to need a God. And the 49th gate at the other end of that, it is the controller of those resources, of the food, of the shelter. It is the gate that carries the fear of God, or not. All of this is being transformed in these times. All of this is being channeled. And the 1949 is a channel that is functioning under deep, deep pressure. It's slowly breaking down. The fundamentalism that we see in the world, the radicalization of belief, is a very byproduct of this infrastructure breaking down. We're seeing a reaction, as we will see many, many reactions as the cross of planning slowly comes to an end and something new arises. And this background frequency that has held us so tightly to our belief systems, this is breaking down as well. Human design is about your authority. It's not a religion. It's not spirituality. It's mechanics. And in these mechanics, it's possible to see that each being has the potential to live the perfection of their life through their own authority. Their own authority. Anyway, by the way, I should add that this week on Friday, I'm going to be in London going to be there for the weekend. Certainly looking forward to it. So I hope to see all my old friends and new friends as well in London this coming weekend. And now let's get on with the show.